if you follow me on really all forms of social media, I did post about this, did not do a YouTube video or segment on this, just kind of talked about it on various shows. But I wanted to give you guys an update, really kind of show you guys how quick we are to this thing. And now just also giving you an update on everything. So if you are following me on all social media, you saw this photo that I took in my warehouse that, and, you know, text says we got our first big shipment of Rippaverse stuff. Can't wait for you all to see what we have planned. It's right around the corner. And basically what this was me in my warehouse with some items that had, of course, already came. This is the first big shipment. This is actually our biggest shipment. And by biggest shipment, I mean, like, in terms of things that we ordered, this takes up the most space. And yeah, so we got those finally here. We have still some more things that we, of course, have to get, but this was the biggest order that we had. You can go ahead and I'm not going to, of course, tell you what's in them. I mean, some people have already speculated, but there's some stuff in there, some items that you will be able to utilize, of course, that are going to be a part of the first initial campaign. And as an update, we have this. I have another one coming next week, and then the actual books will be here, I think, the first or second week of July. Now, don't get me wrong. We are not waiting for the books to get here. That's not really why we haven't released a campaign yet. The reason why we haven't released it yet is because we're still doing our website. The website is the biggest part of this. I wanted to give you guys the best user experience. And because we're doing some new things, we have our own kind of campaign kind of stuff that we're doing. We're not using a lot of third party stuff. We're not using, again, y'all know we're not using Indiegogo. We're not using Kickstarter. This isn't a crowdfund or anything, but we do want our own unique kind of campaign to be had on our own store that's housed on our own website. And that takes a lot of work, programming, testing, all of that, because again, I want to give you guys the best user experience. So that's really the reason why it hasn't been announced, because we could have already ran it. All the assets are being printed right now. So we could have already ran the campaign, but we got to get this website ready to rock, because I want to give you guys the best user experience. I want you guys to take this damn serious. And I don't want to just be coming out half telling really anything. So you guys can see that, again, stuff in those little tubes that you'll be able to rock. And right now, this isn't really, the warehouse in itself right now is bare bones. Right now, we have the next time you guys see this, it won't look like this. Like everything on the outside, there will be some stuff like racking systems and whatnot that we'll be having that'll be in our warehouse that you guys. And we'll do some videos and probably some streams outside of the warehouse that you guys will be able to see. But it'll look different. Right now it's bare bones. This is why the pallets are in the middle of the damn warehouse right now, because the racking system's not ready. And also a lot of this stuff is about to be broken down anyway. So we're going to get that out there, get it put up. So right now I'm spending a lot of time with supplies, making sure that we get ready for that, because I want to hit the ground running. I would love for it to be a situation where as soon as the items or the website's ready, and then we get all the items, we'll launch the website, which again, that's right around the corner, probably looking at the end of this month. And I would love to have the items start to ship as soon as we have them. We just got to get supplies in order and all of that. So we'll see what happens. But when I say we're right around the corner, folks, we are right around the corner. This is a big deal for me. This is my biggest venture, I'd argue, ever. Certainly the biggest venture I spent the most goddamn money on. That's for sure. Holy shit. Still got another 32 grand that basically I got to still fucking spend on like some of these items. $32,000. In addition to the $100,000 that I've already spent on various other stuff, fees and everything. I mean, some people asked, and I'm going to do this because I'm documenting it, and just for the sake of transparency, as well as people that have aspirations. I want to let you guys in on kind of the process. There's so much that you don't consider when you are not only starting your own business, but your own publication, or you're publishing your own work. There's so much stuff that it's not as simple as do work, artwork, if you're doing comics or something, find printer, sell item. It's not. If you want to do it the right way, I guess if you want to do it a rinky-dink way, but if you want all your ducks in a row, you want your I's dotted, you want your T's crossed, then there's so much that you have to do, legal BS that you have to do, let alone if you're doing your own fulfillment. You know, that's another thing. I'm trying to keep this as independent as possible, so there's no roundabout way that we're doing this. I'm doing my company's doing the fulfillment. So this is why we have a warehouse that will be handling the fulfillment. Hopefully we outgrow that warehouse after the first campaign. That could be a good problem to have. But there's so much that goes into it that so many people don't understand, especially some of y'all impatient motherfuckers. There's some people that actually thought I wasn't going to do this because I announced it a year ago that I was going to do it. And then some people are like, oh, well, he's not going to do it because I don't know. I didn't have something for sale the next month. It's like, it goes to show how people have no idea. They're so used to the mega corporate entities who have been around for decades upon decades, just putting out bad content for the sake of putting it out, not understanding that definitely, man, if you're trying to keep this damn thing independent, it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of time. I had some comment the other day. It's like, man, it's been coming for months now, coming soon for months. It's like, how long do you think this stuff takes? Do you? If you haven't done it, I guess you don't know. But damn, like, I guess so many people are so accustomed to getting bad content again, just like that. Like, just get it out. Just get it out. It's like, dude. Man, you're trying to compare this to models that have been around for fucking decades, man. It takes, and we haven't been around, number one. I'm starting a company from the ground up. You cannot possibly, unless you're a business owner, you'll feel me, no matter what the business, you feel me on this. It takes a lot to get this thing off the ground, more importantly, so that you don't have to revisit something. And you're not fucking yourself over, because that happens a lot. Whereas, you don't think about that stuff. You don't have a CPA. You don't have accounting. You don't have folks that are helping out with a lot of the legal stuff. So it hits the fan, and then you got to try to scramble after I don't want to do that. I wanted this thing to start off. I wanted the business part to be taken care of. And I also wanted, again, the best user experience for my audience, because I wanted them to take me serious. So because of that, it took time. It took time, and to me, I don't think a year is that long. Like, to be completely honest, I don't think a year is actually that long between getting the item versus me telling y'all about the fact. Really, that's all I'd ever announced. You guys don't know anything about the project, and it's purposely so. It's like, well, I told you that I'm in the business of starting a comic book company, and you don't know anything outside of that. And you're not until it's ready to be released. That is always going to be my motto. I will never ask you for your money until I have something prepared for you. I don't want to be in a position where, we're still working on something before I'm asking for, and I'm already asking you to pay for me, then pay for the content. I'm not going to do that. That'll never be the model. So that's the biggest update. That was a big deal for me. It was kind of surreal to get a lot of those items when I got them. And it's like, man, this is really coming to fruition. And again, it's just so much stuff that you don't take into consideration, even when you have your own warehouse, stuff that you don't take into consideration, that you really don't know until you get there. You're like, oh, well, I'm going to need this. So I guess I got to put some money towards this because of this. Like, it's just, that's how it happens. But we are right around the corner. My team has worked so hard. I've worked so goddamn hard, but my team has worked so hard to make something happen. And the fact that this is almost here is really exciting. And I can't wait to show you guys what we have been working for. And don't get me wrong, this is the best news for you guys who have been, of course, patient. The best news here is this whole, like, there'll only be one time that this happens, unless there's such a massive growth, which could happen. Well, we have to kind of go back to the drawing board. But really, what we have now is really going to only happen one time. You're talking about there was no company before this. I didn't merge with another company. I'm not using another company's assets. This was, I am starting a company from the ground up, and we are going to be a comic book publisher. That's a big deal. And it took a lot of work and a lot of stuff to get the content ready, as well as all the legal bull crap and everything ready to rock. So that part of it is going to that took some time, but the business element of the definitely the legal stuff, that only have to be done for the most part once, and that point is maintaining. So as we're maintaining that, the content itself coming out will come out a lot more quicker, of course. So because the website, for example, the website, that's only one-time process. Everything else is maintaining, adding new features and stuff, but that's a one-time thing that takes the longest time to build it. So for example, today, me and my artists start working on book number 2, even though book number 2 is out. Not out. Book number 1 is not even out. There's another book that we have another group of people that are going to be working on that I will not announce. We'll have it as a stretch goal, by the way. I'm so excited to announce who will be a part of that. And they already got me the outline of what that story is going to be. We're already rocking and rolling. So I'm telling you, it's going to move, and then things are going to happen rather swiftly once it's out. So that's the update. This bad boy's right around the corner, man. And I can't wait for you to get it. Really, I've worked so damn hard. And for this to be something that, to me, and I've said this time and time and time again, and I mean this, I'm not saying it just because it's my next project. This is the biggest thing that I've ever done. Certainly the thing that I spent the most money doing. But I say this as a guy that has toured the country. I played in front of thousands upon thousands of people in a band. I've had a lot of success in the political commentary space. What I am about to do with this comic book company destroys anything else that I have accomplished. This is something that I put a lot of time and effort and money, Lord help me Jesus, in. And it was really, I've done a lot of stuff and I've gambled before. That's not what I'm saying. But with something like this, to spend money like this, I have never done this. There are no investors that are involved with this company. Every bit of what you will see is stuff that I reached into my own pockets and I paid for. No bank loan, no investors. I reached into my pocket. And like I said, Lord help me Jesus, the dollars that I have spent, I've spent well over $100,000, and I have more to spend. But I think it's going to be worth it, and I'm excited. So we are right around the corner, man. I'm telling you. You just listened to a clip from my podcast, For Canon's Sake, which is live throughout the week at 12 p.m. Central on youtube.com/YoungRipper59 and odyssey.com/@YoungRipper59. Be sure to check out my website, ericdjuly.com, so you can stay up to date with everything it is that I'm doing. You can also become a member and get access to a bunch of cool perks and exclusive content, which includes a social media hub where you can interact with myself and other members. It even has an app that you can get, which is now live in the Google and Apple stores.